Barely Live just had an incredible show at the circus, and it was an absolute blast to see everybody's entries for Best of the Worst.
Entries for this week's Best of the Worst are open now!
Last week's challenge was to see who was the worst at being a circus performer, and we had some fantastic entries.
So many of you were so good at pretending to be so bad.
Thank you, Dinosaur. Stick around to the end of the video to see some of the best of the worst from last week's challenge. But all good things must come to an end, and the circus is moving to another town, just in time for our Halloween Spooktacular. And our challenge for Best of the Worst this week is to see who is the absolute worst at trick-or-treating. Maybe you're really bad at finding a Halloween costume. Maybe you eat all the candy and make yourself sick. Or maybe you're just very bad at scaring people during Halloween.
Or maybe you keep eating all the trick-or-treaters!
Have some fun with it and send in your entries to ozkidsnetwork.com/barelylive. Send in a 30-second to 1-minute video or some hilarious photos of you pretending to be the absolute worst at trick-or-treating, and we'll show off your entries on next week's episode of Barely Live. Last week's challenge was to pretend to be the worst at being a circus performer, and here are some of the highlights from that show.
I'm actually working at the circus, and the audience does not like my juggling act.
Oh, really? Is the audience unimpressed with your juggling because of your short arms?
No, I keep eating them.
Oh dear. Thank you, Dinosaur. I'll see you all Saturday and Sunday next week for our Halloween Spooktacular. See you all soon.
Unless you get eaten.
Barely Live, Saturdays 7 p.m, Sundays 10 a.m Australian Daylight Savings Time on Oz Kids Network.